Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast, everybody. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband and my podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
Hey, Train in the house.
Should we start switching up the intro? It's the same thing every week.
No.
Okay, leave it as is.
Oh, did Walter Cronkite change his intro, outro?
I don't know. He changed the outro.
No,
he didn't change the outro.
Did Mr. Rogers change his intro?
I don't know. I just wondered if it was...
Why would Kelly Raspberry Evans change her intro?
Mix it up a little bit, make life more exciting, because it couldn't get any duller than it is right now.
People like familiarity. It's not that dull.
It's been pretty dull. We've been iced in and everything's closed. Well, not everything. A lot of stuff's closed. Sitting at home. I got a real taste, I was telling Alan, of what it's going to be like in retirement. And I'll be honest, I am screwed. I am screwed.
Why do you say that?
Because I just don't have a lot to do. I need to find things to do. I've binge watched a lot of TV. I have done a lot of crossword puzzles and Sudokus. I've done a lot of crossword and Sudokus. Cleaned out closets with you and cabinets and things of that nature. But that's not going to be enough to tide me over to my deathbed, I don't think. I need to work on that.
I just think you need a few hobbies, and I have lots of hobbies that I would love if you participated with me on when we retire, like going on motorcycle trips and
that'll take up some time.
Maybe RV trips.
That'll take up some time.
Who knows?
Otherwise, we'll just be sitting at home, you on your phone, perusing motorcycle parts. Today, I took a bath. I was cold. I wanted to take a bath. And it made my blood pressure drop, I guess. And I wanted to take a nap. And I fell asleep in the recliner, but I kept waking myself up snorting. You didn't say anything, though.
Yeah, you were doing
Pick myself up.
Yeah.
Because, it's not really comfortable to lay in that recliner, but wasn't a very good nap. But that's what I did today. I've been eating way too much, being stuck at home.
Was any of the stuff I said about the weather on the last podcast, was it accurate?
No, you harumphed, and then you fully, when it hit, you slowly changed your tune. And
I did?
Slowly. Yeah.
How many times did you see me with hands on hip at the front door?
Quite a bit.
Peeping out, or hands on hip at the back door, peeping out the blinds?
Quite a bit.
And just saying, wow, it's really coming down.
And I remember the first time you tried to go out in the weather and immediately regretted it, came home. So one of those kind of situations. But yesterday we both said, we got to get out. The roads were slushy enough. So we went out we went to a little place called Chesu Kitchen, #not an ad. But they were very happy to see us.
They were very
happy to see us. They have the best edamame. And I get their tofu bowl, which is really good. But so we went out there, and then Alan's like, I wonder if Dairy Queen's open. I tried calling Dairy Queen. Believe it or not, they don't answer.
They were busy making ice cream. They were busy making blizzards.
It just rang and rang and rang, and then went to something that said there is no mailbox set up for this number. So anyway, went over and I got, you can order a mini. You don't have to order a small. You can even order a mini Dairy Queen, which is gracious plenty for me. So we did that and got a little bit out of the house yesterday.
That's what I love about Texas.
But it was dark last night and the roads were still pretty frozen. And this guy was out there jogging. You should have seen him prancing because he was trying not to slip. So he was literally like, it was almost like a comedy where he was like prancing like a horse.
He got
his run in. I mean, he probably ruined his shoes. I hope he didn't bust it. But then we saw a bunch of guys like, I'm not cold, walking around in shorts. It's like, what are you doing? What are you trying to prove to anybody?
Kelly and I noticed this. There's a phenomenon in Texas where if the weather is so cold like this, you'll start to notice it's dudes. It's always dudes. And it doesn't matter how cold it is. The dude is going out in shorts.
We saw it twice yesterday.
Yeah, so we were eating at Chesu, and the dude comes in shorts, and I just looked at Kelly, and I'm like, I'm kind of being a judgy guy. I'm like, do you think he was just too lazy to put pants on? Because certainly you wouldn't look at the weather and say, oh, it's 26. I'm going to go out in shorts. Do you think he was just hanging out in his house in shorts? And he said, I'll just throw on a hoodie, and I'll be okay. I'm just going to...
Well, we could have thought he was just... But then we saw a guy actually walking the streets in shorts.
He was a big guy.
Yeah, he was a big guy.
That was a big guy.
Maybe he was having a hot flash. I tend to have those still. Anyway, there's enough of that. I've got a major, major crisis on my hands.
Well, wait a second.
Oh,
we
what?
haven't finished talking about the weather.
The weather?
And
There's more?
what we've done.
Okay.
What's the major crisis?
Well, I'll get to my crisis after we talk more about weather.
Is it that?
No.
Oh. What's your major crisis?
Get to finish the weather. It's so intriguing.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
You have notes written down.
Well, Kelly and I had this big plan, like, oh, we're going to be, I was harumphing about how this was going to be a non-event. Well, it turns out like we've been home for four days.
Yeah.
Can't get out of the house.
It's sort of a little event, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get the 14 inches of snow.
Well, we weren't expecting to get that.
But
there were parts of the country that were.
Bad ice.
Yeah.
And that shuts DFW down. So Kelly and I had these big plans. Oh, we're going to watch a movie at night. We're going to go up in the media room. And I did. I went up there. I got the media room all set. Kelly and I don't think I've walked in that room in 3 years.
It's been a while.
Because the boys and Emma Kelly, they usually use it.
Yeah.
But I went up there, got it all set up so we could watch a movie on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listener. I bet we have listeners that have never used a DVD. Or maybe when they were kids, their parents used DVDs.
Yeah.
But we have a DVD for my favorite movie in the world, which is Unforgiven.
It's truly your favorite in the world?
My favorite movie. It's in my top 5. I'd say after seeing it again for the 50th time, it is my favorite movie.
Oh.
And Kelly said, yeah,
I liked it.
I'll watch it. Give everybody a review on Unforgiven.
I liked it. I did. I don't hope this isn't a spoiler. I didn't like it when Mr. Freeman was killed. I did not think that was fair or nice. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I do love Gene Hackman. May he rest in peace. It was nice to see. I love anything that man is in. And that was nice to see him. It was a very nice movie. It's a slow-paced Western. There's not a lot of, there's a couple moments where it gets kind of action-y.
Oh,
but for the most part,
climax at the end.
Yeah, at the end, there is some action.
I was sweating.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, it was very nice. It was very nice. I think for you, it probably represents something else. The nostalgia, like you said, when did it first come out?
Best Picture, 1994.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman won Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah. Maybe it represents something else to you because there's certain movies that, I'm like, oh, it means so much to me. And then other people watch it or even I'll go back now and watch it. I'm like, oh, that wasn't like what I remembered. But
And the last Western that Clint ever appeared in.
No.
Yes. Name another.
Well, I can't.
You can't because he didn't. That was the last Western he appeared in. Now he directed, remember after that movie, he directed like $1 Million Baby and some really great films.
Well, he directed Unforgiven.
Yeah, he directed Unforgiven too, but that was the last Western he appeared in.
Okay. Well, I did not know that. Little trivia for you.
An all-star cast, guys. I mean, if you've never seen this movie, even if you don't like Westerns, it's worth a watch. I mean,
really good.
Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman, Sir Richard Harris makes an appearance in this movie too.
Yeah.
I
expected more out of his character. But anyway,
really?
Well, I mean, it was just, I don't want to spoil it, but I just thought he would have a bigger ending or something. I don't know.
How about the acting from
they were all great.
Richard Harris?
I thought they were all great.
Yeah.
So anyway, we did go up to the movie theater for that, and that was the last movie we watched in our little movie room. We did watch football. Every single team that I wanted to win lost. Every single one. I'm not lying. Every single one. And now I truly do not care who plays in the Super Bowl. I do not care one bit in this world. But I guess we'll watch because it'll be on.
Yeah. I'm not too fired up either.
I'm just not. I know we've got some friends like, Al and Scylla, they are really big Seahawks fans.
I know.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Until I saw them like online. So excited. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just not a good football weekend for me. So now I don't care.
Well, watching the movie in the media room, that was fun. And while I was up there, Kelly and I were looking for stuff to do while we were at home. So I do a lot of eBay, guys. And this is going to lead me into another thing. Maybe you should do your thing after we touch on this real quick.
Okay.
But I was
big emergency.
I'm going around the house looking for Kelly's we're looking for stuff to give away. Okay. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
Purging.
We're purging. We're going around the house looking for stuff to give away. So I'm going around looking for anything that I can sell on eBay. And I found all kinds of stuff, old clothes, motorcycle parts, technology that was in the media room that we don't need anymore. I found all this stuff. I've been putting it on eBay. I've been selling a bunch of eBay stuff. So I got all that junk out of the media room. And what was also in the media room were my old guitar amps and electric guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that out of there. So I've been up there, I guess, for the last 3 days playing guitar.
Yeah.
And man, it's
You're
hard.
playing it a lot.
Man, it's hard.
You played it so much. I binge watched 6 episodes of His and Hers
Yeah.
while he was up there playing. By the way, has anybody seen His and Hers? It's like one of the top rated series on Netflix right now. I was so mad watching that. Everybody was telling me to watch it. Everybody's telling me to watch His and Hers, His and Hers. And so I got 2. It's a 6-episode limited series. I was 2 episodes in and I said, I hate it. I don't want to watch the rest of it. I don't like any of these people. It's a murder mystery, FYI, not spoiling it. I'm like, I don't like any of these people. I don't care who did it. I don't care who the murderer is or who gets murdered. I don't like any of them. There wasn't one single person that had a redeeming quality. And then Justin and Anna from the Kid Craddock Morning Show
Nationally syndicated
said, you got to stick with it. Enjoy the ride. I'm like, I'm not enjoying the ride. I am not enjoying this ride. I don't like these people. They're all mean. And anyway, it ended. It is a surprise ending. You will not see the end coming, but I still don't care. So if I'm the only person on the planet that did not enjoy His and Hers, that would be me. That would be me.
Okay, let me see if I can sig you and tie this together.
What?
Just back to Unforgiven real quick. It is a movie about the major themes: redemption, how you may think somebody is a certain way, but then they're really not that person. I think that was one of the major themes of the movie.
I thought it was about how the power of a good woman can change a man.
Good call. That was another one.
You didn't even have that written down, did you?
I have an example of this in a way, and I want to bring up something that we recently sold on eBay or on Facebook Marketplace. Okay. We had an old piece of exercise equipment upstairs. This was during my looking for stuff to sell. I talked to Kelly about it. I said, hey,
we sound like we're hard for cash. We're trying to sell everything.
Hard for cash. You got to sell this thing. But as been well documented, we aren't big workout at home people. We're not big workout people.
No.
So I'm looking at this thing.
That's a shame, though. I wish I was, because I think it's very sexy.
Well, so we had this piece of
I did some
exercise
squats yesterday.
equipment, an old treadmill. Okay, an old treadmill.
So it's an old treadmill, but a very underused treadmill.
Very underused.
It's when they say like new, it couldn't be more like new.
Yes. Really nice. So Kelly and I talked about it. We said, let's just put it on eBay Market. Or why do I keep saying eBay?
Because that's what you sell lots
on
of on.
Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
And I told Kelly, okay, I'm going to put it out there for this price. And she's like, yeah, it sounds good to me. And I was like, yeah, it sounds pretty good to me.
I don't know how much those things are.
Okay. So I put it out there for $700. I put it out there for $750. $750. I thought that's a lot for a huge treadmill.
That was a lot.
So I take photos, I write a description, I put this treadmill on Facebook Marketplace, and my Facebook starts blowing up.
It's the time of year. Everybody's working.
It's the time of year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I seriously.
And this is before Ice-Mageddon hit.
Yeah. It was the day before. Like the day before Ice-Mageddon hit. So I'm getting blown up with all these messages, people asking me about it, people wanting to know more information. Can I come pick it up today? Blah, blah.
We're like, did we price this thing right?
One of the first fellows that messaged me, he said, how many miles? Do you know how many miles it has on it?
We've had this thing, I think, about 3 years. Okay.
Yeah. And I said,
I would say 3, maybe 4.
Yeah. Yeah. And I said, dude, it may have 10 miles. He goes, no way.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, it's brand new.
Yeah.
And he goes, I will be there tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, yeah. If you're serious about buying it, come pick it up. I'm glad.
You can literally look at the, it has like a digital thing in there. It shows how many miles.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So the guy knew we weren't, gaslighting him.
Yeah. So we set up a time. He comes little nervous about it, a little bit, because I'm inviting a stranger to the house.
I know. It's not like you can haul that to a parking lot at a safe meeting spot.
But I had communicated with him and I had a fairly good feeling.
Yeah.
There weren't any like heebie-jeebies or red flags or anything. I'm looking out my window the time he's supposed to be here. He's on time. He comes in a pickup truck, a nice truck. He gets out of the car. I see him walk to the front door. I'm like, okay, he doesn't look like a serial killer. I think this is okay. Introduce
myself. If he had, would you have not opened the door?
I don't know. Maybe. He didn't have the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses on. But ended up being a very, very nice man. Young man. Very young man.
Very young.
Probably in his 20s, if I had to guess. Late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
But he was telling me about his family. He said he had a young family. He said his wife just had a baby. She wants to walk on a treadmill because she's got to be at home.
Yeah, she had like two. She had like
two
young.
small. Yeah.
And it's hard, to get them out of the house.
So he and I go upstairs. And
I'm so happy it went to a family like that.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
And this
it's
thing.
Like when we sold our couch to a family that really loved it too. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I like it when somebody that really is sweet family gets it.
Yeah. Well, this thing weighed like 1,000 pounds. So we had to look up on YouTube how to disassemble it. So he and I together got our tool. I got my tools. We're disassembling the thing. We're having a good time. It was great. It was really not a problem. We were helping each other. We were a little team there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we took it in about two major parts. And that thing was so heavy, even in two parts. He and I got it down the stairs, took it to his truck, loaded it up, went back upstairs, got the other one. And it took about, I'd say, an hour for the whole thing. But for the time he got here to the time he said goodbye. The reason I'm telling this story is because, as I mentioned, The Unforgiven, my favorite movie, is about redemption, is about how you think somebody is a certain way, but they're really not. This guy messaged me later and he said, Alan, you are the most easygoing, easiest to deal with, wonderful person I have ever dealt with on Facebook Marketplace. And I do a lot of Facebook Marketplace.
How about that, y'all? How about that?
So I just want it known that I have an unfounded, undeserved reputation on this podcast, on my podcast, for giving Kelly a hard time.
People hear what they hear, Alan. It's not like I'm selling you something.
Being prickish, not engaging with the Uber driver, whatever.
People hear what they hear. I'm very glad. And
the
of course,
nicest, most easy to deal with.
That's because they're a bunch of bozos on Facebook Marketplace. You were just not as bozo-ish as the rest of them. You were the least bozo-ish of all the bozos. Congratulations.
See, I can't even, I can't win. I just
you
can't.
Just sit over there bragging that you're a good Facebook Marketplacer. Oh, wow.
I said I was easy to deal with.
You were. It was very sweet. I'm sure he's probably had other people say, you paid for it, you take it apart. It's very nice of you to help him.
For every story about me, coffee, tea, coffee, for you can't grow grass under that tree. Yes, I can. For every one of those stories, there's a story like this.
And he also messaged you and said they've already put how many miles on it?
Like 20.
Like 20 just overnight. And Alan, of course, is like, man, I can't get my steps in. I wish we had that treadmill.
Yeah.
It's the first time we've needed it. And we, of course, had to sell it right before the ice storm, but that's fine.
As we got it loaded up and he's about to drive away, he looks at me. He goes, I really appreciate the help and everything. And I said, yeah, no problem. You could.
Did he ask you to come over and help him assemble it?
You couldn't have got it down by yourself. No, I asked. I said, do you have a way to get this out of your truck when you get home? And he goes, yeah, I got a buddy coming over tomorrow to help me assemble it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. He goes, now I got to tell you, I think I really got a good deal with this. And I said, dude, we didn't even look up the price of this thing.
If you had you wouldn't.
When we sold it, we just my wife and I came up with a number that we'd be happy with if somebody came to the house and hauled it away for us.
It's fine.
So
it's fine. You win some, you lose some, right? Yeah. You get away with some. But I'm just, like I said, I'm glad a family, got it. And I might be needing some of that money you sold the treadmill for, because y'all, we're in crisis mode in my family, because Harry Styles tickets, I signed up for the pre-sale.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be playing, I think, 30 dates in New York. Madison Square Garden.
30 times?
It's a residency.
Oh.
Instead of traveling the entire country and hitting 30 cities across the U.S., he's planting himself in New York at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow.
Where he's going to play shows Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday nights only for a certain amount of time. And he's doing the same thing at residencies in Europe, internationally, but that's the only one in the U.S. And, so you had to go to Ticketmaster and sign up. You had 5 dates you could choose. And then they would tell you when your tickets go on sale for the pre-sale. Okay, no problem. Signed up. Anna, the tickets for Anna from the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
National Syndication.
She tried today was the day her general on sale or her pre-sale went. Mine's tomorrow. And she said, I'm out. She said tickets in the nosebleeds were starting around $350 or so pre add-on fees.
So that's what, 500?
Maybe more. I don't know.
Wow.
And she said decent seats were starting around $700-800. And we're hearing even worse than that. So she's like, I can't do it. And plus you got to go to New York. You got to fly to New York.
Get there,
you got to get a hotel.
You got to stay there. Right?
You got to stay there. So you're talking.
It's a $2,000 trip.
Exactly.
Easy.
And she's like, I'm out. My daughter is like, I don't care. She's like, tell whoever, if it's too much for them, I'll buy them. I was like, with what money are you going to be buying these tickets? This with her dad and I are both trying to help her get these tickets. So her dad signed up for the pre-sale. I've signed up for the pre-sale. And she goes, well, we got tickets last time. I said, yeah, because I tried to get tickets online and I couldn't. And we had a lovely listener who bought tickets to the New York show and ended up not being able to use them and sold them to me for face value, which was very, very kind. She could have jacked them up.
You lucked out.
Lucked out. And I said, Emma Kelly, I don't know. And she thinks, well, can't you ask your radio station? It's like everybody, even my own daughter thinks I can do that. I can't. It's just like, I don't know what we're going to do. So, and then my friend Laura, listener of the show, she and her mother, they have the magic touch. When it came to buying Taylor Swift tickets, she was able to get back-to-back nights in Dallas. I mean, that was unheard of.
How'd she do that?
Just had the magic touch. And I was like, hey, Laura, are you going to be trying to get Harry Styles tickets? She's like, no, I'm not even bothering. Not even trying.
Wow.
So y'all wish me luck. And listen, here's the other thing is Anna and I had a deal, and I don't know if she's going to want to anymore. Whichever one of us could get in to get tickets, we were going to buy the maximum amount. That way we could sell them to our friends who are struggling to get tickets and sell them to them for face value. That's it. And she's out. So now it's up to me, but she might not even want, if I am able to get them, I'm sure somebody will want them, honey. It's not like I'm not going to be able to sell them, but I might be having a very big credit card purchase tomorrow.
Like how much?
I don't know. If I can even get through. We'll see. You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done.
And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day, that food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you.
We'll see, but that's the crisis situation. So if anybody gets tickets and you can't use them, please let me know.
How many tickets are you going to buy?
I would only get 2. Only 2. Well, I mean, I would buy as many as I can for people that need them. I would sell them to people that need them, but we would only use 2 of them.
Are you and McKellar going?
I don't know that I want to go.
So who are we buying the other ticket for?
I don't know. That's to TBD.
So really, we're buying 1 ticket.
Right, technically. If we can even get one.
If you can get one. We have some letters. You going to go through letters?
Yeah. You almost hit me in the face. That was really close. You really almost did that time.
This first letter. Can I say the name on this one?
Just don't.
No, I can. This first letter is from Rachel. Subject: baby name help.
Oh, yay.
Plus a little love. Alan says, "Dear Alan and Kelly."
Alan says.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Hello, Rachel here. I love you both. The podcast, 106.1, and love letters to Kelly. All of it. Thank you for sharing your lives with us. I've learned so much and truly love hearing everything you share. I've written a couple of times before, and my husband even reached out on my behalf when I was in the hospital back in November 2024. I remember this. He asked for a shout out and some get well soon wishes.
I remember that.
And you and Alan were kind enough to send me a get well card.
I remember that.
I still keep it in my dresser drawer. It meant more than you know.
That's sweet.
Kelly, not Alan.
She needs help with a baby name. You already prefaced this.
I need your help. My friend and coworker is having a baby in May. May the 4th be with you, LOL. That's her due date. Oh, okay. Some good information there. May the 4th is the due date. She's chosen the first name Ella. Coincidentally, my daughter's name is also Ella, but stuck on the middle name. Her last name is Robbins. She was thinking Grace and May came up too, but Ella May feels a little too...
Ellie Mae, clamp it.
Ella May, yes. It feels a little too Dukes of Hazzard.
That's clamp it, actually.
For the vibe energy she's going for, and she agrees. I'd love to hear what you come up with. Would you help my friend pick an awesome middle name for her, Ella Robbins? Just for fun, my daughter's full name is Ella Christine, which is also my middle name. Hi, Alan. I love you too. I just don't have any questions for you at this time. She also,
Gosh, that's tough.
I won't read the rest of this. I'm sorry, babe. She just said she's a massage therapist in Rockwall, and her studio is called Petrisage, Petrissage. and she would like to give us a courtesy rub down.
That's nice.
And I am so on board with that.
Well, the day I can lay face down on a table again, I will be taking you up on that. I can't still for my breast reduction, my implant removal. That's the hard part. Usually when people ask me for help with baby names, I sit on it for like Robert with Love Letters to Kelly podcast. People ask me for help with baby names. He gives them to me ahead of time because that's really hard for me to come up with stuff just like right off the top of my head. So Ella Robbins, I would stick away from Ella May. Ella, I'm gonna have to. Can I answer this one next week on the podcast?
Oh wow. Okay.
Well,
table it. We're gonna table this discussion.
If I need a minute.
Yeah.
What I do
for a thoughtful answer.
I take these very seriously.
Yes.
People ask me for help.
Sure.
And Alan apparently doesn't realize this because he doesn't listen to Love Letters to Kelly. But I guess when people hear me, they don't realize. So Robert lets me. With Love Letters
talking.
He asks me. I give my advice on the fly. I don't have any warning except when it comes to baby names. Because I like to sit down with it. I like to write it and spell it out if they give me the last name, I like to see how it looks. I like to see how the initials work because I take it very seriously.
Okay.
So Ella will have my suggested middle name next podcast.
Okay. So we're gonna table this letter.
But if there's any future baby names, let me know ahead of time, and then I'll have a prepared answer.
Well, I thought we do spontaneity. We're all about spontaneity.
I am, except for baby names.
Well, then I could come up with some.
Go ahead.
No, she didn't want mine. She said, I don't have any questions for you.
All right.
That's what she said. Thank you, Rachel. We love you desperately. And Rachel, I'm going to take you up on this massage. I am way on board with massages, even though we don't do it very often. When we do it, it's like great.
Yeah.
It is great.
I just can't do it for a while.
I can.
You can.
This next letter is from Leah. Can't say the name on this one. Subject, boobies.
Oh, speaking of my boobies.
Hi, Kelly and Alan. As much as I want to just gush over you two and talk about how I've listened to Kelly for years and grew up in the church with her brother as a guide for mine and my sister's journey to Christ.
Well, that's nice.
And how moving out of Texas was hard, but tuning into any platform Kelly is talking on makes my everyday feel like home.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
I have a serious question about your boobies.
Okay.
Clearly in your DMs, they went absolutely nuts when you mentioned getting your reduction. I sent this to you immediately and never got a reply.
Oh, I'm sorry. I answered a lot of them. But they have the accounts that you have like a primary, a general, and what's the third category?
Spam?
It's like the hidden ones.
Oh, yeah.
Hidden.
Yeah.
And you can't imagine how I have to go through 3 different folders. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to yours. I apologize. Well, obviously I didn't.
Dime. Clearly your DMs went absolutely nuts. Because you always usually respond to me.
Yeah.
So you say you got a lift. Tell me about the scars. I want a lift and implant so bad, but apparently any and every kind of lift leaves you with scars on your breasts.
Yes.
Some are anchor or lollipop shaped.
Yes.
I cannot fathom having spent so much money on the perfect breasts only to end up having a visible scar on them. Yes, it would only be visible to me and my man, but I still cannot get my head around it. So tell me, are the scars going to heal and be practically invisible, or will I never be able to show a little bottom or side boob again? I know this sounds vain, but I have put this procedure off for so many years. I am totally bummed to learn that it's very possible that I will never have the breasts I've always wanted.
Aww.
Because in the great year of 2026, we can't seem to get a boob lift without scarring it. Sorry for all the run-ons. I tend to type how I speak, and that's a lot.
It's okay.
Anyway, love you both. Love your biggest fan, Leah.
Well, Leah, you are going to have scars, but it depends on how you scar. Now, Alan, you saw my boobs. I had, because this is my implant removal, but I had an implant with a lift before. What did you think of my scars? Did they bother you at all?
Put me on the spot here.
Did
Now, wait
they
a
bother
second.
you?
Pre-surgery or after surgery?
I had a boob job before I met you, honey. So you've seen my boobs.
Rarely, if ever, actually noticed anything.
Right. So here's the thing. For me,
In fact, I don't even remember seeing them.
exactly. So for me, I don't scar very much, but I also had a tummy tuck and I have a hip to hip scar from that. That one you see. But for the breast tissue, I guess, I don't know if it's just the way your breast skin is or whatever. The scars, they virtually disappear. They are there. But it is, like they call it, either an anchor or a lollipop scar. It's around your areola and then a line from the areola down underneath. And then there's an incision at the bottom. Okay. So that's like the anchor. But what they do is, like in my case, and I guess it'll be in your case too, because you have to have compression. So I'm wearing like 2 bras right now. I wear a full coverage bra with an underwire with a sports bra over it. And I have a zip up sports bra, so it's easier to get on and off. And then at night I sleep in just the sports bra. And then you order this special tape that they sell on Amazon, and you wear it over the scars. And I have to wear it 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. And the tape just lasts and lasts. I just peel it off, put it in this little drawer, and then, I put it back on after my breasts have rested for a day, I guess. But that tape is what helps with the scarring. Now, you may scar differently than I do, but like Alan could barely, you really,
never noticed.
I'm very fair skinned, and I have very, this is a circle of trust here, everybody.
It's a circle of trust.
My areolas are very pink, pinkish.
Whoa.
So
I don't. Personal information.
I'm just saying, so I might scar a little differently than you do, but completely okay with that scar. The hip to hip tummy tuck scar, I wish I could maybe go back on that one because that's a lot, but you can wear high-waisted bikinis and things like that. But honey, the side boob thing, that's not an issue at all. And if you wear even a plunging, because of where the scars are, you could wear a plunging dress down to your navel and the scar wouldn't show. So really, I promise you, Alan didn't even notice. And now he can see now because I have the fresh scars and the cuts. So, he's like, whoa, but they're going to fade.
Yeah. So when you asked me the question, I thought you're
thinking about now.
Now, and
I'm still healing.
You're still healing, and I did notice the scar.
Yeah,
but you're still healing.
They're incisions,
right,
and they're healing still. But I've got the tape on.
But before, I didn't notice nothing.
Yeah, and I had the same scars.
Oh, okay.
The same lollipop anchor thing, and not a big deal.
Our producer just passed me a note. One of our live studio audience members chimed in just for another data point. She said the first time I had mine done, it did not require any scar with a lift. The second time required more of a lift and left more of a scar.
The first time I got my boobs put in, I did not get a lift. I just had, and so it was a little tiny incision underneath the breast. So the breast kind of hung down over that little scar. Never even saw it. The second time I had my implant made smaller, my boobs were a little bit too big for my liking. They were like a double DF and I wanted to be a full C.
Mama.
So that's when I got the smaller implant with the lift. And then I had the lollipop scar. But the first time I had the implant with no lift, it was just underneath, no anchor scar, no lollipop scar. But the second time with the lift, I got the bigger scar. Go in for a consultation with your plastic surgeon. I love my boob guy. I don't know if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I love my boob guy, but ask around your friends that you admire their boobs. And a lot of people look really great in clothes, but they'll tell you underneath it's a mess. So you need to talk to a lot of people. And when you find somebody you think you're comfortable with, go in for a free consultation.
Hey, follow-up question here. This is another letter, but it's a follow-up question. She says, hi, Kelly, longtime listener. I've been following your breast implant removal journey, and I was wondering if you had a full capsulectomy or if you just had your implants removed. I had mine removed last year due to complications with developing CC. After I had my firstborn son, but I didn't have a full capsulectomy removed because I was terrified of having drains, but I know that it is recommended by many surgeons. My surgeon told me if it was optional, since I didn't have any rupture. I was just curious what was recommended for you.
I do not have drains, and I thought I would because it had been so long since I had any plastic surgery. But I did get the where they see the, whatever you call it, the capsulectomy thing.
Capsulectomy?
Yeah. So what it is, basically, when they first took off my like the day after surgery, it looked like my breast was kind of lifted up in like this weird kind of pocket way. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. And she goes, don't worry, that's going to fall. It's going to settle because of that encapsulated blah, blah, blah thing you said. And so even now it's been just over a month and it's already fallen. So that indention thing, they were like, that's normal. That's the way it's supposed to look. But no drains. No drains.
Two things you can't avoid: taxes and gravity.
Right. And gravity will naturally, but I'm still doing the compression, but still naturally that part just kind of filled in and settled. And I've got a couple of months, I think the week before my birthday, like the Wednesday before my birthday in early April, I go back to get my final like check, and then I can start wearing normal bras again. And I'm excited about that. But yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Maybe we'll bring it home for Jerome.
A lot of boob talk today.
A lot of boob talk.
That's
And,
okay.
Hey,
that's why I'm absolutely happy to answer.
I'm all about taking a look at them and talking about them and pink areola and whatever else you want to talk about. I'm
Well,
fine.
we're all grown-ups here, and I just want to commend you for not changing your voice when you said pink areola. Progress, baby steps.
I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. I think everybody's had that moment where they say, I should start my own business. Now, maybe you've got an amazing hot sauce recipe, or you've gotten really great at making candles or jewelry, and all your friends keep telling you you should sell that stuff. Well, what's stopping you? If you've been sitting on a business idea, Shopify makes it easy to make it happen. Everything you need to start selling is included and ready from day one. When your first customer is ready to buy, Shopify checkout helps more people actually complete the purchase. And when they come back, their information's already saved. So checkout is quick and easy. One tap and they're done. Shopify handles all the technical stuff too, the setup and checkout, so you can spend your time growing your business and doing what you actually love. It's no wonder Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started like yours. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business, so go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/sandwich. That's shopify.com/sandwich. One more time, shopify.com/sandwich. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets, because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply.
You think there'd ever be a podcast where we talk about the color of my stuff?
Why would we?
Why not?
Why would we?
Why not? What if I had to have a procedure?
A lift? I mean, what we're talking about a lift for me.
What does that mean?
I don't know. What kind of procedure?
Why would I need something lifted? What exactly does that mean?
It's dragging the ground, I guess. All that length. When you start tripping over yourself, I guess you'd have to have a lift.
I trip on it a lot, don't
Yeah.
I? They used to call me tripod in high school. You
Yeah.
know this, right? Okay, this next letter is from Monica. Subject: Valentine's date ideas. Hi, Kelly and Alan. Please talk about Valentine's date ideas to do. Would love to hear what your date night is like. Love you both. Always your fan, Monica. I like Monica.
We go out to eat, but I mean, there's a lot of great ideas. What I really used to, oh gosh. So many years ago when I used to have a different Valentine, that Valentine would go to great lengths to research recipes and get all the pots and pans and ingredients and would cook for me, which I thought that was really, really sweet because of the effort, it's always about the thought and the planning that goes into it. So I really appreciated. But Alan and I, our favorite thing in the world is to go out to eat. So that's what we do, which isn't like very creative, but do you have like creative ideas?
Well, Monica, I pre-read your question. I was kind of thinking about it, and from a dude's perspective, one thing I enjoy about Valentine's Day, I mean, it's for me, I don't know, I like to be a little old-fashioned on Valentine's Day. I like to get, put on some nice clothing, put on some nice clothes, get dressed up a little bit, and make it a date, make it a fun date, and, do some flowers. And
you knocked it out of the park our very first Valentine's Day.
I like doing the traditional stuff,
You don't otherwise, but I'm just saying our first Valentine's Day, you knocked it out of the park, but we went on a regular date, but you just had a lot of little presents for me. Nothing expensive, but you did like sweet little things.
Yeah. And I like, getting the car all cleaned up and then going to it. Like
That's
Kelly
sweet.
said, going to the restaurant and having a nice dinner. But I don't know. It's nothing outlandish or anything. It's just kind of our date is going out to eat.
I know. I'm trying to think of what are romantic date ideas. I know.
But I like the little things. I like it when they decorate the table. Sometimes they'll know we're coming and they'll have a rose out or whatever, or they'll have some heart confetti or what. I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of festive.
Well, for me, when you our first Valentine's Day, he had me for the first time come to his apartment, and usually it's the other way around.
I did.
But I went to his apartment because he wanted to decorate. And so he had all these little gifts set up, and they were like little things like candles, and he made a mixtape for me on a CD, but he did like 1,000 conversation hearts. They were everywhere, all over the counter and the bar, and all of them were turned message side up. Do you know how long that took him to do that? How long did that really take you to do that?
Oh, I don't remember.
It took forever.
It took me a while.
So that was really sweet. And then we went out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you remember when we got engaged?
Yeah.
Remember that I had the hearts?
Yeah. At the table that when we went upstairs after
and that was on Valentine's Day.
It was on February 11th.
Yeah.
And we went up in Reunion Tower. They had a restaurant, and on the table they had scattered, because Alan asked them to do it, to prepare it. They had conversation hearts all turned face side up. So it was a very sweet callback. But as far as interesting date ideas for Valentine's Day, maybe you could do like a fun little scavenger hunt where you have like, you could start his day. I don't know what situation you're in. Are you a married couple or something? You could like leave a little, like if you leave for work early, leave a little note taped to his mirror and give him a hint of something that he'll find in his car. And then when he gets in his car, there's a little note, tell him he'll find something in his lunchbox or something, like little scavenger hunt until the end of the day when he gets back to you. I know that in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have a place called Las Colinas, and they have gondolas, and they have gondola singers, and you can do champagne tours around the lake, and the guy will sing to you, which is kind of weird. I don't know. The guy singing to me was just you. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me, but that could be kind of fun if you're into that.
And Kelly mentioned the mixtape I made for her. That was when you could still, like, I guess you can
Burn
still do it.
CDs.
Burned a CD for
Yeah.
her. But in the day, like in the 80s, I would make mixtapes. I used to have a dual cassette boombox and you could make mixtapes. But I guess now an idea might be to create a playlist. Like you could create a cool playlist in your Apple Music for your significant other
And name it after her.
Yeah,
him.
name it after her, him, music that means a lot to
Yeah.
y'all, and then connect it to your Bluetooth in the car and play it on your date. That'd be pretty fun too.
You could go to one of those. They have so many different classes you could take as a couple. You could go to a cooking class together. You could go to one of those wine and paint places. There's a place up here where you can create your own candles. I did that for you. You go and they have you pick the scents you like. They mix the wax. You do the whole thing. You get to name your candle. You could do that as a couple and then, take your candle and go get something to eat. Trying to think of different unique ideas. Maybe there's, movie theaters. Maybe you're playing some classic movies, maybe old, maybe you could do a classic romantic movie night at home.
That's what I was going to say. It doesn't have to be fancy.
No.
Plan a fun movie night, like in your home theater or in your living room or
But
something,
just-
and have popcorn and candy and all the
But
stuff.
make sure it's just like, make it thoughtful. Like if you just say, let's just rent something on Netflix to see what's playing. That's different.
That's yeah.
It's like putting the time and effort into planning that. But that's really about
There were some good
all
ones.
I can think
There
of.
were some good ones. I think there's some good ones.
Miniature golf can be fun.
Little putt.
Yeah, like classic stuff. If you know what? If you know that you're like my friend Craig, he knew his wife loves otters. And there's a place within an hour's drive of here.
Suizen likes otters?
Yes.
How did I not know this?
And you could go swim with otters. Or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe Craig likes otters. Anyway, they went and swam with otters. So, I mean, if there's something like, okay, here's another one. The Dallas Zoo, the Fort Worth Zoo. I know sometimes if you pay, they can let you go behind the scenes and you can have some personal encounters with some of the animals. That's a sweet, fun kind of thing to do too.
If you're an 80s kind of buff, I always think we've tried to get the kids to buy into this and none of them are very interested, but I love those places they have now, the old arcades.
Yeah, the
where they have
retro
the
arcades.
classic arcade games. I could spend all day in there.
And at
But
night,
man, the kids are out on that.
and there are several of them in town. And during
Yeah.
the day, they make it for kids can go, but at night they'll start serving wine and stuff. So it's just
Yeah.
adults only.
Yeah.
So you could do that. Hopefully we gave you something there that
Yeah.
works of something you could do.
Something.
There's a pug cafe. Did you see there's a new pug cafe in town? I don't
No.
remember exactly where. There's a place where you can go and like go to the coffee shop and there's pugs running around. And there's cat cafes if she's a big cat lover. Just think outside the box a little bit like that. You can go to a stand-up comedy show. I mean, it doesn't have to be like super romantic, just something fun. And, laughing together is really sexy, in my opinion.
good ideas.
Okay, I'm done.
Something we said there just reminded me of something I saw online. I was telling my dad about. I don't know if I told you. I didn't tell you. So my hometown, Wichita Falls, Texas. You've been there once?
You drove me by your house where you grew up.
Yeah. But
And your elementary school.
yeah. Did we ever go to the mall?
No.
Okay. So there's a mall there. It was built in 1974. It's called Sykes Center with S's. Sikes Center. It opened in 1974. I saw a article about it. They are going to tear that mall down this year,
Yeah.
2026. So that is where I would first, as a kid, go to the movies. Right across from the movie theater, there was an arcade, and you could smell the movie butter popcorn like in the arcade, playing all those games. Those are some of my
Core memories.
core favorite memories about being a kid, was being in that arcade with like a roll of quarters my parents would give me. That was living, man. In the 80s, that was freaking living. But I saw that article. I'm like, man, that's kind of sad. They're going to tear Sykes Center down, but it's been there for 50 years now.
I know.
So
Getting old.
Just
like us.
Yeah, about 50 years. It's also where a lot of people the tornado there in 1979, Terrible Tuesday, a lot of them were trapped in that mall. The tornado came and went over the mall.
Wow.
And it destroyed a lot of the mall. And there were a lot of people that were killed or seriously injured
terrible.
in that mall. Yeah.
That's terrible.
It was horrible. But I remember as I got older, then it was the place where you'd go and take dates and hang out. And the mall was where it was at, man. The arcade in the mall. Yeah, not anymore. Definitely not anymore. All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I was just, I was going to say real quickly, if you haven't flown lately, Southwest Airlines, they finally, as of yesterday, Tuesday, January 27th, they don't do the open seating anymore. So if you're planning on traveling Southwest,
hallelujah, man. I'm down with this.
No, but you still have to pay for the privilege of having an assigned seat. My screen just went away. It says the open seating era is officially over. They've moved to assigned seats. Passengers are able to pay for preferred or extra legroom spots. Boarding passes will now list seat assignments. Families booked together will stay in the same group. Premium fares, loyalty members, extra legroom buyers, you get to board first. And then the basic fares fall later in the lineup. They're also, how all your bags used to fly free? That's gone away. So that's the new news at Southwest Airlines for those of you who fly.
I get it. Southwest used to be kind of fun, kind of hip, kind of different.
They're still fun.
It was different.
Still fun, but they're a business.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
I guess public demand is there's nothing worse than walking down the aisle and everybody's trying to avoid eye contact with you, hoping you don't sit in that middle seat between them.
It was humiliating.
It's so awkward and don't like it. I don't like it. So I prefer the assigned seats as well, but I haven't flown Southwest since they implemented the change as of yesterday. But that's what you have to look forward to.
When I was doing a lot of business travel, I had some decent status on American because we flew American a lot. But then every once in a while, we'd have to go to Austin and fly Southwest. And I never flew Southwest.
No status.
Yeah. So, of course, I'm like boarding group CC28 or whatever. So, yeah, you get on the plane. It's completely full. You walk all the way to the back, and here's a dude. And next to a seat away from him is a mom holding a baby. And it's like,
that's it.
I'm sorry. Do you mind if I sit there?
I have been literally the last person to board a Southwest flight before because I wanted to change a flight and get home early. So I was literally the last person in the group C to get on the plane one time. And yeah, you're sitting by the toilet. You're sitting in the middle seat by the toilet. But I got home. That's what was important. Got home safe.
All right, babe. Good stuff.
Is it?
Good stuff.
Is it?
Yeah. I think I was redeemed on this podcast. Yeah.
Well, I'll answer the baby name next podcast. So I know all y'all are dying to know what name I pick out. So y'all come back for that. And I'll let you know if I got Harry Styles tickets or not.
There you go.
Wish me luck.
There you go. All right, babe. I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all.
I love that dude that came to the house and helped me. We bonded over breaking down a treadmill and taking it away desperately.
You should ask him out to dinner.
He told me, well, that'd be a little weird.
Why?
Well, because we didn't even exchange numbers. The only way I can communicate with him is through Facebook Marketplace. So I hit him up in Facebook Marketplace. Hey, man, you want to go get a coffee?
Oh, he was so complimentary of you. Why wouldn't y'all want to get
Yes.
together again?
Yes.
Just thinking about you, guy.
The most easy to deal with, wonderful. What else did he say? Level-headed, easy to talk to.
Just shoot him a message and say, how's it going with our treadmill?
I love him desperately. I love pink areolas desperately.
Oh, thank you, honey.
I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good, but you have a good sandwich.